Good morning everyone. Today we are going to do sum number 10 by principle of mathematical induction. Okay. The sum is 1 upon 2 into 5 plus 1 upon 5 into 8 plus 1 upon 8 into 11 up to 1 upon 3n minus 1, 3n plus 2 is equals to n upon 6n plus 4. We have to prove this sum by principle of mathematical induction. As you know, first we take statement. Given sum is statement, so we can take later. Pn, that means given statement is Pn for all n belongs to n, that means for all natural number. Now first we prove P of 1 is true. That means given statement is true for n is equals to 1. Okay, so for n is equals to 1, left hand side. So left hand side, here we can put n is equals to 1, otherwise take first step. So 1 upon 2 into 5. So 1 upon 10. Now right hand side. So in right hand side we put n is equals to 1. So here 1, 6 into 1 plus 4. So 1 upon 6 plus 4. So 1 upon 10. LHS is 1 upon 10 and RHS is also 1 upon 10. So we can write P of 1 is true. P of 1 is true. Okay. P of 1 is true. Now we have to assume that in every sum P of k is true. P of k is true. That means given statement is true for k. Okay, so we can take assume that P of k is true. Okay, so we can write P of k. That means we have to write down given statement, but instead of n we can write k. So જ્યાં n દેખાય તે આપણે શું લખશું k. So we can write 1 upon 2 into 5 plus 1 upon 5 into 8 plus up to plus 1 upon 3k minus 1, 3k plus 2 is equals to k upon 6k plus 4, where k belongs to n. That means we assume that given statement is true for some k. Okay. Now we have to prove that by using P of k is true, P of k plus 1 is true. So we can write to prove P of k plus 1 is true, left hand side. So we can take left hand side, and to prove P of k plus 1 is true, right hand side, we have to prove right hand side. So first we decide what we want in right hand side. So we have, instead of n we want k plus 1. Okay, so first to prove P of k plus 1 is true, as you know, first left hand side P of k ની left hand side બેઠી લખી દેવાની. So we can write now we have to add one step more. We have to add one step more, and this step is we have to write in last step of pk, in last step of pk, k is replaced by k plus 1. So last step is k plus 1 minus 1. And in other bracket 3, k is replaced by k plus 1 plus 2. Okay. In short, p of k plus 1 is true prove કરવા p of k ની લેફ્ટ સાઈડ બેઠી લખવાની and પછી એક સ્ટેપ એડ કરવાનું in which k is replaced by k plus 1. Okay. Now next step. In every sum, instead of this step, we can put the value from pk. So here we can write k upon 6k plus 4. Okay. And the step is 3 is multiplied by, so we have 3k plus 3 minus 1. So we have 3k plus 2. And this bracket 3k plus 3 plus 2. So we have 3k plus 5. Okay. Now we have to simplify these two steps. And if we get k plus 1 upon 6 in the bracket k plus 1, then we can say LHS is equals to RHS. That means P of k plus 1 is true. So now we have to simplify these two steps. Okay. And left hand side is equals to right hand side ક્યારે કહેવાય કે જ્યારે given statement માં જે right hand side છે ત્યાં n ની જગ્યાએ k plus 1 આવે ત્યારે. That means આને simplify કરતા આ steps આવે તો આપણાથી એમ કહેવાય P of k plus 1 is true. Okay. Now k we take 2 common, so here 3k plus 2 plus 1 upon 3k plus 2, 3k plus 5. So now we take common out 1 upon 3k plus 2. So here we have k by 2 plus 1 upon 3k plus 5. Okay. We can take 3k plus 2 common out. Now 1 upon 3k plus 2. We take LCM 2 in the bracket 3k plus 5. So k into 3k plus 5 plus 2. Okay. Now k is multiplied with this bracket, so 3k square plus 5k plus 2 upon 2 in the bracket 3k plus 5. Now 3k square plus 5k plus 2. This is quadratic equation. So we factorize this equation by splitting method. 3 2s are 6. So factors are 3 2s are 6 and 3 plus 2 5. So factors are 3k square plus 3k plus 2k plus 2. So now we can take common 3k. Here common out 2. So factors are k plus 1, 3k plus 2. So now 3k square plus 5k plus 2 is replaced by k plus 1 in the bracket 3k plus 2. So I can write k plus 1, 3k plus 2 upon 2 in the bracket 3k plus 5. Okay. 3k plus 2, 3k plus 2. So we have k plus 1 upon 2 in the bracket 3k plus 5. So we have 6k plus 10 and we want this step. So k plus 1 upon 6k plus 6 plus 4, that means k plus 1 upon 6k plus 10. Okay, so we can write LHS is equals to RHS, and then we can write down, therefore PK is true implies P of k plus 1 is true, and therefore by PMI, Pn is true for all n belongs to n. That means we have take P of k is true, and using P of k is true, we prove P of k plus 1 is true, and therefore by PMI, that means principle of mathematical induction, Pn, that means given statement, is true for all n belongs to n, that means for every natural number. Okay, now we take next sum 11. Okay, I can give you this sum by PDF. Okay, now next sum, prove that 1 upon 1 into 2 into 3, 1 upon 2 into 3 into 4 plus 1 upon 3 into 4 into 5 plus up to plus 1 upon n plus 1 n plus 2 is equals to n plus 3 upon 4 n plus 1 n plus 2. Okay, we have to prove this sum by principle of mathematical induction. So given statement we can take as P of n. Okay, for all n belongs to n. Now first we prove P of 1 is 2. So for n is equals to 1, left hand side. So left hand side, that means 1 upon 1 into 2 into 3. So 1 upon 3 2s are 6. Now in right hand side, so in right hand side replace n by n plus n by 1. So જ્યાં n દેખાય ત્યાં 1 replace કરશું. So 1 into 1 plus 3, 4, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2. So 4 upon 4 into 2 into 3. So 1 upon 6. So we have LHS is equals to RHS. So we can say P of 1 is true. Okay. Now next we assume that P of k is true. Okay. So assume that P of k is true. So we can write statement Pn exactly. Replace n by k. That means Pn statement as it is લખવાનું, જ્યાં n હોય ત્યાં k. Okay, so P of k. Okay. Now to prove P of k plus 1 is true, we take left hand side. Okay. So first we write down the left hand side of pk, that means exactly this term. And now we have to add one more step, and this step is exactly this step, but k is replaced by k plus 1. So k is replaced by k plus 1. So k plus 1, k plus 1 plus 1, and this k is also replaced by k plus 1. That means P of k ની લેફ્ટ હેન્ડ સાઈડ બેઠી લખવાની અને ત્યાર પછી એક સ્ટેપ વધારે લખવાનું. એ સ્ટેપમાં P of k નું જે લાસ્ટ સ્ટેપ છે તેમાં k ની જગ્યાએ k plus 1. ઓકે, સો now pk ની લેફ્ટ સાઈડ છે એની જગ્યાએ આન્સર ખબર છે, a in the bracket k plus 3 upon k, sorry, 4 in the bracket k plus 1 k plus 2. Okay, pk માંથી exactly આ વેલ્યુ રિપ્લેસ કરીએ પ્લસ આને સિમ્પ્લિફિકેશન આપીએ. સો 1 upon k plus 1 k plus 2 k plus 3. Okay, now આ બે સ્ટેપને સિમ્પ્લિફાઈ કરવાનું અને એને સિમ્પ્લિફાઈ કરતા આન્સર શું આવે, તો જે કંઈ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ આપેલું છે એમાં રાઈટ સાઈડમાં k ની જગ્યાએ k plus 1 આવે, then we can say left hand side is equals to right hand side. So first we decide answer શું આવવો જોઈએ. So k plus 1, n ની જગ્યાએ k plus 1, so k plus 1 plus 3, so k plus 4. Here 4 as it is, k plus 2 k plus 3, n ની જગ્યાએ k plus 1 રિપ્લેસ કરવાનો. so આ that means આ બે સ્ટેપને સિમ્પ્લિફાઈ કરતા આ આન્સર આવે, then we can say P of k plus 1 is true. That means left hand side is equals to right hand side. Okay. One upon k plus 1 is common. So we have 1 upon k plus 1 is common. Okay. Then we have k in the bracket k plus 3 upon 4 in the bracket k plus 2 plus. Okay, we can take common these two terms, 1 upon k plus 1 and k plus 2. Okay, so sum is simple. So now we have k plus 3 upon 4 plus 1 upon k plus 3. Here we can take k plus 1 and k plus 2 common. So here only k into k plus 3 by 4 plus 1 upon k plus 3. Okay. Now we take LCM. So 1 upon k plus 1, k plus 2. So k LCM is 4 into k plus 3. So here k plus 3 into k plus 3. So k plus 3 whole square plus 4. Okay. So 1 upon k plus 1, k plus 2. K as it is. First we expand k plus 3 whole square. That means a plus b whole square. And formula is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So k square plus 6k plus 9 plus 4. Now 1 upon k plus 1, k plus 2. Okay, so k cube plus 6k square plus 9k plus 4 upon 4 in the bracket k plus 3. Now this is cubic equation. Okay, if it is quadratic equation, then we factorize it by splitting method. This is cubic equation, so we solve it by synthetic method. Okay, that means factor theorem, but here synthetic method is simple. Okay, k cube plus 6k square plus 9k plus 4. If we replace k by minus 1, then answer is 0. So one factor is minus 1. You already learned factor theorem, that means synthetic method, in standard 10. Okay, and in previous sum we also see. Okay, so here 1, 6, 9, 4, and k plus 1 is one factor, so here we can write minus 1 and here put 0. Now 1 plus 0, 1. Here minus. So 5. 5 into minus 1, minus 1. So here 9 minus 5, 4. 4 into minus 1, minus 4. So here 0. Here cube. So we can write k square and k. So factors of k cube plus 6k square plus 9k plus 4 is k plus 1. Okay, and k square plus 5k plus 4. And this is quadratic equation. So we factorize it by splitting method. Factors of 4. So we get from addition 5. 4 ones are 4 and 4 plus 1 5. So factor of k square plus 5k plus 4 is k plus 1 and k plus 4. Okay. So now k cube plus 6k square plus 9k plus 4 is replaced by k plus 1 whole square into bracket k plus 4. So we have k plus 1 whole square into k plus 4 upon 4 into bracket k plus 3. So now we have k plus 1, k plus. So we have k plus 1, k plus 4 upon 4 so we want k k plus 1, k plus 4, k plus 1, k plus 4, 4, k plus 2 and k plus 3. Okay, so we can say LHS is equals to RHS, and therefore P of k is true implies P of k plus 1 is true, and therefore by PMI, that means principle of mathematical induction, given statement Pn is true for all n belongs to n, that means for all natural numbers. Okay, I can give you all the sums by PDF. Okay.